Hi everyone. Thank you for tuning into my tarot channel. Forgive my weird broken glasses. Waiting for my new glasses to come in the mail. But I wanted to share a reading, and I haven't been doing that many readings on here, but trying to transfer from being on my Instagram to being on YouTube because I feel like it's a little bit more clandestine. It's a little more if people want to tune in, they can, but they're not forced on their Instagram feed to be accosted by tarot readings. So, I wanted to do a reading about frenemies. So it's sort of a topic that was coming to mind. And what I mean by that is someone that you perhaps were close with and have fallen out of grace with, or perhaps there's always been a level of competitiveness in the relationship, someone who you're not quite sure if ever was your friend, perhaps always was a friend, with quotation marks. So I'm gonna just get some cards from my Antique Anatomy Tarot, and I'm gonna just tune in. And the first question I'm gonna ask is, how is this person perceiving you in this situation? The Sun. So this person may see you as someone who has a lot of attention coming at them, or someone who is generous, maybe someone who has a lot of life force energy. They may even see you as somewhat of a masculine figure in perhaps the relationship. Maybe you took the lead. Maybe you were the sort of the center point of the friendship or the relationship, where the other people, you kind of call the shots and people rotate around you because you're emanating an energy. And how are you feeling about this person? Got the Chariot. So this is about, it's sort of a green light to go for movement. And the 7th house is really about open enemies and also friendships. And so I'm just linking that here because it's a Chariot and it's number 7. But the Chariot also relates to the sign of Cancer, which is about leadership, emotional leadership, and history. It also relates to, when we get an idea, we go for it. Maybe you see this person as a go-getter. Maybe they saw you as the Sun. You see them as sort of someone who just does what they want, is someone who can manifest and make things happen. I would say both of these are related to the god Apollo also. So he's really, in Greek mythology, he rides on a chariot, Apollo. So there could be something about movement here for you and for this person. Perhaps traveling. So what's the crux of the sort of issue that happened with this person? I'm going to ask about what's the nature of the situation with this person. Calming tonic. We got Suit of Elixirs, King of Elixirs. So really this is King of Cups. So there was an emotional component, perhaps, where there was maybe a fathering happening, maybe on both ends. Maybe you were fulfilling sort of a fatherly figure for each other, sort of that emotional caretaker male energy. And there was quite an emotional component as well, that you were able to help each other with your emotions. And what sort of how did this go wrong? How did this frenemy situation go wrong? Two of Rods. So this would be the Two of Wands. So this is about sort of the duality that's inherent in our experience. That, to choose one thing is to discount another thing. So it's sort of like you know, the Robert Frost poem, Two Paths Diverged in a Wood, and sorry, I could not take both. So when we have the two rods, it's sort of like the two choices. What will we choose? Perhaps what happened in the friendship or that frenemy-ship was choices, you know, two worlds, two different realities, two different energies. And really the rod relates to the spirit, the fire signs, which is about the life force energy that creates spirit. And so there could have just been a real difference, two ways of seeing the world, and both of you probably are quite impassioned about how you see the world. So yeah, I see a lot of duality here in the relationship. There could be just two ways of seeing things. Maybe you both had life choices and you chose different choices. Suit of elixirs, we got figure 1. So I would say this is the Ace of Cups. And the Death card. So Ace of Cups really is about, sorry, the beginning of an emotional offering, or the first stages of feeling, and death here. So maybe the death of this situation, maybe there was an actual death that happened on one or either side, you or your person that you're talking about. And maybe there was maybe creativity could have been a big part of understanding death for you or for the person. And in ending the friendship, there's sort of a renewal here of your own, of counting your own feelings as being important. As you know, the Ace of Cups is one stands alone. Okay, so I'm gonna get a Caroline Myss card on what are some of the archetypes of this relationship, of this situation with you and this frenemy. What are the archetypes at play? Okay. I got engineer, light attributes, ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Shadow attribute, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. So that's kind of, I asked before, the crux of the issue. I feel that maybe is a problem too. Maybe there's people who are looking for a situation to be solved, and hey, here's the easiest way to solve it, but you or the person was not able to account for others and the needs of others, not just emotionally, but you know, there could have been a take what you want kind of mentality on one or either side. And practical solutions have to account for people's feelings. So let's take that into account. I'm going to get another card from Caroline Myss. It's Messiah, light attribute, serving humanity with humility. Shadow attribute, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Right, so maybe there was a Messiah complex, maybe you one or the other helped in this friendship. Maybe they think that you think you're the Messiah for being helpful. I would say that maybe you each were avenues for each other to be helped in life in different ways. And the thing with that is that you have to realize that people move on, and people they begin to get other sources of, I guess this could be about feeling used, because this situation called for someone to be sort of strategic and to think of how they could fix it, and obviously perhaps hurting others in the process. And this also shows a dependency here with the Messiah. I'm going to get a Diana Cooper card. How does this person feel now? your frenemy? How do they feel now about the situation, about you? Okay. Communication. The angels remind you that being spiritual is about being genuine and honest. When you speak from your heart, others feel the resonance of truth and trust you. Talk positively. Focus on the good life, and you will feel happier and healthier. Excuse me. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve all relationships. Communicate constantly with Source using prayer, which is asking, and meditation, which is listening. Always keep channels of communication open. Be a bridge to others' hearts and minds. Ask your angel to seep into your aura and communicate in a higher way with you. Affirmation: I communicate clearly and honesty. So I guess there's a breakdown of communication in this situation. Perhaps there was some ghosting. Perhaps there was some silence game. I think the silent game is childish, and it's always a power move, right? It's saying to the other person, what you've done is so despicable that I don't need to talk to you because I'm above what you've done, or that the person giving the silent treatment is so angry that there's nothing that they can say. So it is a form of communication, but it's very childish. It's usually something that the people doing it experienced in their own childhood, and they don't know how to deal with conflict, so they drop out and become the silent person. That being said, there are times when taking time off from the conflict can really be helpful. I'm going to get one last card from the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds by Lucy Cavendish. The Crystal Path, Mineral Spirits, Crystal Beings. There's a card. It's number 14, which adds up to 5, which is about change. There are crystals that connect and communicate, both those within the earth and those which lie in their stores and in our homes, as are part of greater crystal community. While they may be far from their birthplace, they are often called into meetings. So it talks about family groups of crystals, masterclass for the soul. The crystal path is opening up to you. So it's sort of talking just about the crystal. It's the illumination is, I am a part of a crystal family. I am called home to work with them. The path has been prepared for me to find them. This is about soul families, really. So this person could be part of your soul family. When we talk about soul mates, it's described as multiple waves in an ocean, and this person is a similar wave in your ocean. Excuse me. The Buddhists would say, everyone is the self. When we meet another, we're really meeting the self. So, yeah, I'm going to get one last card from my Antique Tarot, and I'm just going to close out some closing messages. What do we need to know right now about the situation, about this person, about your role in this situation? The High Priestess. So, use your intuition. And again, the duality with the two here. In your intuition, you know that we all have a dark and a light side. And we also know that when people act badly, there's other stuff going on. There's things in their life that are probably hidden, right? The High Priestess is about things that are hidden and secret. We also got Justice. So this situation has to do with feeling that there's a lack of justice, and the Three of Cups here is heartbreak. So also the Three of Cups is really about freeing yourself from heartbreak and coming out of situations where we feel betrayed or where we feel hurt emotionally. And the Justice card, really, Justice is the number 11, which is a universal number about being above the sort of 11 is the universal angel teacher. So it's sort of like being above the drama of life, and the justice that can be, and it relates to Uranus. So it's like a teacher of humanity, the number 11. So So there will be justice, and the justice really has to do with finding, I got the Eight of Rods reversed. Has to do with coming out of defensiveness, coming out of a state where you feel that you're on the defense, and realizing that, with the High Priestess card before, your intuition is guiding you. And if you can just trust that, then you'll realize that the people that you're interacting with have things to teach you, even if it's negative. And hopefully that will guide you. Have a great day.